morning, all. I appreciate you being here. My name is Bill McMillan. I am president of the New Mexico Aviation Aerospace Association. I want to first recognize a group from a charter school that's out at Double Eagle Airport. So would all the kids from the SAMS Academy please stand up? Thank you. Thank you. They're here to receive a special presentation after the event here from the VP of New Mexico State and NASA. And I believe that when you see industry and expertise come together, this is a result of that. So I want to thank you for being here. Also want to say, as the president of New Mexico Aviation Aerospace Association, I'll just refer to it as the NMAAA now, we are launching a sincere plea that informed consent legislation is passed. It's going to have a great impact on our state, and not just for the Spaceport and Virgin Galactic. It affects all the aviation aerospace companies that are already here, and it affects our ability to recruit aviation aerospace companies to New Mexico. For sake of brevity, I'm just going to have a little time to go through, and I think I'll just hit on 3 or 4 points that some of the folks in the state may not be privy to. Number one, currently the aviation industry in New Mexico creates a $1.3 billion payroll, and that's a significant payroll. A lot of folks are not privy to that because a lot of these companies work directly with American, FedEx, various defense contractors that we don't see them advertised. We certainly see companies like Qatar Aviation, Bodie Aviation, Aspen Avionics. We see those companies that are on the retail side, but we have a lot of companies, what we refer to as MRO, manufacture, repair, and overhaul facilities. And those facilities generate a big portion of this payroll. Secondly, we have a wealth of resources here in the state. Being a pilot, I flew commercially, was a flight instructor back in Dallas-Fort Worth area, been in New Mexico for 13 years now. One of the things I recognized when I first moved here was our 335 plus flying days a year. Well, that is critical for companies that are doing research, R&D work, that need the airspace. We have open airspace that a lot of states do not have, and I think that is a real selling point for New Mexico. I think with the advent, I sat on the advisory board of the SAMS Academy, and I like having the SAMS Academy here because the SAMS Academy helps us recruit aviation aerospace companies to New Mexico. Secretary Barella is here, and I apologize I didn't see where he said. Thank you, Secretary Barella. Has been very instrumental and helpful in supporting aviation aerospace here in New Mexico, and specifically supporting this informed consent issue that I think we need to take very seriously. There are several states now, there are 9 states that are launching spaceports. Most of them are on existing airports, but I think it's really important to know that we have that unrestricted airspace, and this doesn't just affect the Spaceport and Virgin Galactic. It affects companies that are coming here. They look at the laws, they look at liability issues, they look at educational issues. So I believe that as an association, as members of the association, and some of us are sitting in here, that we genuinely have to support this endeavor. However, at this time, I would say we're in jeopardy of losing not only Virgin Galactic, but we're also in jeopardy of bringing these companies into the spaceport. We've lost opportunities. I work in recruiting aviation aerospace companies to New Mexico, and we're losing those opportunities, folks. So I think it's real important that as we go back to our companies, we go back to our families, that we reach out to our legislators and let them know that we have to address this issue in this upcoming session. This is and Mark, you may want to correct me if I'm wrong, is this the 4th time we've tried to get this through, or the 3rd, through this legislative session? Through the legislation. This will be the 3rd time, and we want to make the 3rd as a charm. I think that we need to be excited about the spaceport. I think we need to embrace it. Not since Neil Armstrong landed on the moon have we had such an opportunity, and as a couple of the speakers have already alluded to, we have an opportunity to not only capture the attention of the United States, but around the world. I was contacted by some Canadian companies here recently that want to move a cluster of 6 to 12 companies here in New Mexico. They're interested in that for the R&D, hopefully with promoting companies, or entities like SAMS, But I do believe that it's very important that we address this issue, and I implore each and every one of you to talk to your legislators, talk to your senators, and please ask them to come in support of this. Thank you.